The last question is in relation to raising the standards. How do you think that public service, central bank, should maintain a good standard to make sure that nothing goes wrong?
Okay. Well, a lot of what we've covered already, Chinadu, performance management, accountability, risk management, and so on, would all be contributing to raising standards. And by the way, take note of this, Chinadu. I meant to mention earlier, one of the biggest risks today, going back to risk management, is data protection, protecting people's privacy. It's huge because of the access and intrusiveness of digital technology and social media. Okay? Now, just in relation to standards, here's a question. The question can be asked of every aspect of your business, of the bank, every aspect. Question mark, what is the gold standard? What is the gold standard? Meaning, what is best in class is often called. And what that means is that every aspect, do you follow me? The training of the selection of the recruitment of your board members, is that the gold standard? Your processes for inspecting banks, is that the gold standard? And so on. And the key to that is what's called benchmarking. And benchmarking is where you find out who are reputed to be the best in the world at this particular activity. Training first-line supervisors, doing bank inspections, internal audit, training of boards, whatever it is. And often it's not in your own business. So if I look at the gold standard for safety and hygiene, I would expect to find it in a hospital. But actually, in my experience, I find it in the pharmaceutical industry where they are making products. They absolutely have to get it right because every single tablet can be a life or death issue. So the gold standard is done by benchmarking, and that is where you go outside of your business to discover what is the gold standard. And then you see, how do they do it? How do they train people? How do they install it? And what you get then into the organization is you keep doing that. And it can be done at local level by the team that looks after customers in the front office. What's the gold standard? The gold standard for handling people in a front office, maybe in the local supermarket, or maybe in the local whatever, cinema. So what you do is you get in place, you embed in the organization a process, you embed in the organization continuous process improvement. Yeah, and so it's not just process, it's all aspects. And there's a whole set of tools that you can train in. You can get a black belt like judo in process improvement. It's called lean manufacturing. In other words, efficiency, safety, quality, all of those kinds of things. And you can, if you go into the Intel site in Dublin, there are probably 5,000 people. They're all trained in simple process improvement. So they're always working on continuous. And they can tell you where the benchmark is. I was in a factory down in the Midland of Ireland, a very lonely, quiet little village, okay? And there were people from Toyota in Japan, because Toyota in Japan are believed to be the gold standard in manufacturing, making things. And you had people from Toyota with translators explaining to the people in this manufacture plant in Clara, County Offaly in Ireland, how they could further improve their processes. So that's how they were raising the standards. Okay? All right?